Almost 9,000 refugees live inside and around Moria in Lesbos. The camp can host around 3,000 people. Refugees have to wait in line for many hours in order to get some food. Most live in tents. All are afraid of winter. Many seem desperate as they see themselves trapped in Moria.
I asked for my freedom to go and search for a job to do. Because staying here alone won't help me. We are too plenty here, so we have nothing to do. We just sleep, wake up.
We cannot live like that. Every night there are fights among men from Afghanistan, Iran and Africa. We are not safe in Moria. Ioannis Balkapakis, commander of the refugee center, argues that this is a constant fight and explains why Moria is in a state of emergency. The camp of Moria is overcrowded, this is true. This is due to the high number of new arrivals which we had during the summer. We also had to prepare some new camps in the mainland because we relocate a number of refugees. There was a delay. This is why the camp is overcrowded.
And Apostolo Staikos joins me now live from outside the Moria camp. Apostolos, you got rare access to Moria, one of Europe's most controversial refugee camps. What can you tell us about the conditions inside?
Well, the situation inside Moria is chaotic. I mean, it's dramatic. It's like a village where no one knows where to go and what to do. Let me explain myself. There is a queue, a line waiting for food all day. We saw people in a corridor with iron railings waiting 3 hours to get breakfast, then 3 hours to get lunch, and then 3 hours to get dinner. Some are lucky, they live in containers, however most live in tents. They all say that it's really cold and it's really hard to stay in Moria. Furthermore, you need to wait in line for your case to be examined. I'm talking about your asylum case. There are, of course, some activists and NGOs who try to play with kids, to teach them English, to teach them how to play a guitar. We saw workers collecting rubbish. However, this is a camp for 3,000 refugees. Now it hosts around 8,000, 9,000 refugees, 400 left on Monday. This is not working and the winter is coming. Right now I'm outside Moria. It's really windy, it's really cold. We had the chance to speak with some refugees this morning and they told us we need help. We need more blankets. It's only September and it's really cold. What will happen in November or December? So this is the situation more or less.
As you mentioned, this camp was originally planned. It's a military base turned to refugee camp, and
True.
It was originally thought out to house 1,000 people. Then can house 3,000 people now, but it has 9,000 people living there. Maximum, exactly. And as we can see there, it's basically spreading around the military facility as well. We can see tents all around you there. Tell us more about what this means for Lesbos, because obviously if authorities are trying to vacate some of that camp, does it mean that they are trying to better conditions for people living in Moria right now, or are they preparing for worse, for more people actually landing in Lesbos?
Okay, the authorities here say that the only way to improve living conditions is to move people from Lesbos, and they plan to move 2,000 till the end of September and 2,000 in October. We have to say that 80 refugees would have left yesterday and 400 today. None of them have left because of bad weather. All ships have been detained due to strong winds. Now, they are expecting more. Over the last 2 days, we had 68 new arrivals. And on a daily basis, we have 100 up to 150 new refugees coming to Lesbos, Chios and Samos, the three islands of the North Aegean. So those who leave the island okay, those who come to the islands will replace those who leave. This is a deadlock, really, and it won't get any better in the coming months. However, if some people leave the island, that's a good message for the rest of them. It's like saying to the refugees, please be patient, you will make it. You won't stay here forever. But authorities told me that when we relocate people, smugglers in Turkey get the message and they say, okay, now it's the time to send more refugees. So they say, should we say that we relocate refugees? Some argue that it's not a good idea because the smugglers get the message.